Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Danger Man. This is season 1, episode number 6. This episode is called The Girl in the Pink Pyjamas. Last episode was The Lovers, and it was an interesting watch because we were informed at the start that there was this couple that ran like an embassy, basically, or one of them did at least, and they were like quintessential, the perfect couple, and everyone kind of looked upon them in that way, only for us to find out that wasn't the case at all. And when we first met them together, they were arguing, and Drake was a bit like, oh, hang on, like suspicious already, I think. And then we learned later that one of them had paid somebody to create a bomb to kill the other. I, all the way through, thought it was the wife, and I think that was mainly because we saw her more through the episode than we did her husband. And it turned out it was actually the husband that wanted her dead because he actually hated her. And it was a bit like, oh my god, imagine like doing that. Like, she'd organised this trip to the ballet, he didn't shoot it so that the car would blow up on the way there. He wouldn't be in the car because he would get a distraction, and Drake was like, I wonder which one it's going to be. And even he said it was not the one he expected it. He also expected it to be the wife. So I thought last episode was really cool to watch that. His performance last episode was possibly my favourite one so far, especially the bar scene in the pub where he was talking to the guy who had been paid to create the bomb in the first place. Just watching him, it's so magnetic. I could not take my eyes off him throughout that entire scene. And I was just mesmerised by it. It was just something that was absolutely brilliant to watch. So I hope the more that I get through this, we have more instances of that, because there's just something about this guy that completely draws me in all the time. And he just lights up the screen, and it's a brilliant thing to see. So I'm going to get on into this one. Let's go. Oh God, this isn't a good place to be. Oh, I like how it's called the Pink Pyjamas, and we don't get to see that they're pink. She is very pretty.
Marie.
Oh no, don't fall in the water. What? Oh, someone poorly.
In Malvinia, the name of Josper is as common as Smith back home. But when a Mr. Josper lay close to death in a hospital in the little country town of Marine, I got to it from Washington in under 24 hours.
Not the Marine that I'm familiar with. These sets are just amazing. I love them.
Well, good morning. I'm Dr. John Drake. I believe that I'm expected here today.
Thank goodness you
Doctor.
arrived, Dr. Drake. I am the hospital director.
Oh, how do you do?
Though you wouldn't believe it, Dr. Stanisław himself has arrived from the capital. I'm just taken over.
I understand that a patient has contracted an unidentified disease.
So I gather, but no one tells me anything definite. No one is allowed to enter or leave the private wing.
Has the disease been diagnosed?
They don't seem to know what it is.
I love those types
I
of
fear
glasses.
it may be typhus.
I'm Major Minos in charge of security. I'm glad you could come, Mr. Drake. He's in here.
I find it interesting that the dude's got security. He must be important, right?
That is Mr. Josper. I seem to recognize him under another name.
Yes, President Ronald. He has the assassin's bullet still in his brain.
Can they save him?
They must. You see the member of the bed over there? That is Dr. Keller, the famous brain surgeon.
And the other?
Our own man. A brain surgeon from the capital. I have put an army of guards around the central hospital in the capital 100 miles away.
Oh.
Outside, there are a crowd of thousands weeping and praying. There is a bandaged figure lying there in a private ward. Already there have been 2 attempts on his life. Well,
This is why the
President
owner of
lies
the
here
hospital isn't allowed down here, right?
Done very well, Major Minos.
Because
I
he's
can't
here
imagine
under
what
a
he
different
said to me.
name.
But naturally, NATO is very concerned. If President Varnell dies, the democracies would lose a great friend.
And he's probably
We
being
are
told
grateful
a
for
story
any
about him
opportunity
having an infectious disease.
Our president must live, but he has very determined enemies. Dr. Keller, Dr. Stanisław, this is Mr. Drake of NATO.
How do you do? How do you do?
Ah, yes, security NATO. I'm glad you could come, Mr. Drake.
The life of your president is very important to us all, Dr. Stanisław. What are his chances?
Well, there's a hemorrhage. He's lost a lot of blood, and we won't be able to operate yet, not until he's regained some strength.
Oh, Dr. Drake, a special messenger has just arrived from your embassy.
Oh, thank you.
I love all the
Drake,
little
you,
noises that he
have a
makes.
message for me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Right. So, thanks very much.
Last time we had a note, it was about a bomb, so...
Top priority, John Drake. Investigate report from Sonara. American girl found wandering, suffering from loss of memory. When questioned, will only repeat Marine Hospital Sunday. This suggests most serious breach of security. How did she get this information? Who is she?
Is she a nurse or something, or a
Is
doctor?
she connected with another attempt on the president's life? Please investigate immediately. Good morning. I'm
Ah, so at last, dear. Yes, there's somebody. Come in. I've had this girl here since 8 o'clock this morning.
That's very kind of you. We're very grateful.
And what is more, I'm not going to have her any longer. You must take her away.
I think he was going to take her anywhere.
Good Samaritan. Any idea where she came from?
My husband brought her in a truck. He says he doesn't know who she is.
Oh, may I see her?
She's in bed.
You are from the American Embassy?
That's right.
Good. I said to Kupnik, our local policeman, it is well for our own people to look after her. She's suffering from shock, from great mental strain. I've given her a sedative.
Any idea who she is yet?
No, she's suffering from amnesia. She remembers nothing.
She just keeps talking about Marine, right? The hospital.
And she keeps saying over and over again, even in her sleep, Marine Hospital Sunday.
She is not happy.
According to his story, must have been somewhere here.
Really the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
Well, take my word for it. You're wasting your time. You don't know my husband. Does she look the sort of girl you'd find in the middle of a plane?
I never found a girl in the middle of a plane.
If we are to believe everything we are told,
Just a
she
minute.
just... She came off the train.
Where does that line go?
Marine?
And the transcontinental train goes through that way?
Yes.
Oh, she must have fallen off the train.
But my husband never travels by train.
No.
She's awake. She's very frightened. Do not ask too
She doesn't look frightened at all, does she?
Do you mind if I talk to you for a little? My name is John Drake. I come from the same part of the world as you do. I've just arrived from Washington. They tell me that you can't remember very much. Well, it sometimes happens. Funny thing, if you came from Washington, too.
Oh.
That'd be too much of a coincidence.
What's his plan here? Because he's being very
You are an
repetitive.
American, aren't you?
Marine Hospital.
Oh, yes. Yes, we know all about that.
Marine Hospital.
Oh, look. I want to help you. That's why I'm here. I think I know what happened to you. Something happened to you on that train. You were on a train, weren't
Mr.
you?
Drake, please.
Yes, I was on a train. I went to sleep.
That's right.
That's why she was in
Now you remember.
PJs.
You went to sleep. Something happened to you. What was it?
She was pushed off it.
On the train to Marine? On the train to Marine? On the train to Marine? No! No! No!
She must have proper attention.
And the sooner the better. She's not welcome here.
This lady's hospitality sucks.
They sent some things from the embassy. I wonder, would you get her dressed as quickly as possible, please?
She's got to keep some of those, right?
Marine.
Oh, no.
Where are you taking me?
I'm taking you to Marine. Oh, don't worry, it's not far.
Marine?
You cold?
Where she was trying to get to in the first place, right? She might be trying to warn them about something. What a gent.
Is that better? Well, it's Sunday today. What's happening at Marine Hospital on Sunday?
Marine?
She could have just had a shift.
Can't remember.
Marine Hospital Sunday. Why is it so important?
I don't know.
Who told you about it?
But
What
I
were you going
can't-
to do there?
please.
Oh.
Do you remember this fellow?
I remember. I remember.
The dude.
What do you remember?
Oh! Jesus. I'm glad they don't have doors like that on trains anymore.
The bullet went through the bone here. It was deflected slightly to the right and lies here near the optic nerve. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to have damaged any vital tissue. This section of bone will have to be removed, an incision made here, a piece of this bone also removed. Explore the track through the brain and remove the bullet.
It's the shooter, right? I think that's who she's seeing.
Dr. Keller has been very successful with this operation in the States.
All right, doctor. I'm ready. Would you have the patient taken to the theater?
The patient is being taken to the theater now, Dr. Keller.
Thank you, Anna.
Give me Captain France. France?
Yes, Major.
The American girl. The one that fell off the train.
Shit.
She's out in reception now. She's a danger to our security.
Shit.
Very well, Major. Leave it to me. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. You're coming with me.
Oh my god!
Right, I'll leave her to me. Thank you.
Who is that? What are you doing in here?
I must stop this operation.
Mr. Drake, the patient is anesthetized.
I'm sorry, Dr. Stanisfer. You must keep that man away from the president.
But this is Dr. Keller.
Did you ever see a picture of Dr. Keller?
Oh!
Mr. Drake, please get out of here. This
Shit!
delay is endangering my patient's life.
You're not Keller, are you? You took his place, didn't you?
This man's a lunatic.
Where's the real
You
Dr.
murdered
Keller?
with the help of France and threw him off the train. You also tried to murder Anna Wilson.
But this is... No one tried to hurt me.
That's right, because you're not Anna Wilson, are you?
Get him out of here.
Oh,
That man is
man.
a killer.
Security, what? Let us book your call.
Oh, yes, that's right, Drake.
Sorry.
I have a call booked, a long-distance call to the Fairlight Institute, California. That's right, thank you. Yes, the director.
Oh, he's sweating.
I wonder if you could help me. I'm speaking to you from Marine Hospital. There's a gentleman here who says that he is your Dr. Keller. I would like you to speak to him. Would you please identify him? It is very important. Thank you. Dr. Keller, your director.
Mr. Drake, you've wasted enough of our time.
I wonder if you could describe your Dr. Keller to me, please. His height, weight, color of his eyes, hair, etc. Thank you. You are not Dr. Keller.
I owe a very great debt to you, Mr. Drake.
Well, not to me, President Vernal, but to Dr. Stanisfer.
Mm.
To you both, for different reasons. I am grateful.
Now, President, that is quite enough talking.
We better go. Come on. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye.
Gotta keep her safe, right? They might come find her. Really enjoyed this. This girl at the beginning, bless her, I think I called it quite early that she was possibly a nurse. To see that she had possibly fallen off this train, and then I was like, nah, she's probably being pushed, and there's a reason why she's being pushed. I love that Drake had gone to this hospital as like security for NATO, and he was trying to figure out who would have tried to assassinate this president, and there were this group of doctors here and other security that were there to protect him in case it tried to happen again, only for us to discover that this girl who was on the train, you know, she'd actually been with this Dr. Keller. And the real Dr. Keller, because the one that was at the hospital was an imposter. She was meant to be the nurse that was assisting in the operation. And the nurse that we met at the hospital was also an imposter. And they were there with this other security team to make sure this president didn't survive this operation, basically. We learned that France, I think his name was the guy that was on the train that pushed the girl off the train and also killed the real Dr. Keller, which was why she kept having this reaction toward him and then kept seeing him rather than Drake. So to see this all play out was really cool. Drake taking her to the hospital though, obviously like set off this whole chain of events where he had to pretend that he was calling the real Dr. Keller, or at least calling someone who knew him, because the guy there who ended up doing the operation only knew his techniques and not what Keller actually looked like. This was really cool to watch this. I liked the mystery of what happened to this woman. What does she remember? What does she not remember? Bits and pieces came back for her a little bit as we went through the episode. So it was quite nice to see her trying to remember, but then this guy obviously trying to get her again and him just pretending that he was actually trying to help her. And then obviously, as we always would often do with the prisoner, we ended up with a fight situation, and then this president ended up surviving because the operation went well. I like the compactness of these so much. It's my favourite thing about them. Like, love them because we get this resolution at the end, and I like how we kind of had like the victory music because the operation went well and Drake uncovered what was happening here, and you know, we saved this president. So I'm going to go watch the next one and I will see you guys later. So thank you.